Alright, got my notes, got my dragon. Let's talk about both Pete's Dragon movies. The original Pete's Dragon was released in 1977. It was a hybrid movie of real-life humans and an animated dragon named Elliot. He was an orphan boy who ran away from his deranged family, and with his best friend Elliot, they run into a new town which has a really long, weird name.
Quick, what's the name of this town again? Passamaquoddy. What? Passamaquoddy!
And there people are trying to exploit the dragon, and people really don't believe that this dragon exists. I checked the movie out recently for the first time actually, and I found it to be a bit dull. Although the music was a bit catchy, I was confused by some of the side characters, like the family, which blew my mind that they would talk about killing a young kid. And then the doctor, which I could have done with a lot less. I did like the relationship between Pete and Elliot. I did like Nora and the old man, which I forgot his name. Is it Mickey Rooney? I'm not sure. But anyways, I liked them in the movie. Overall, the movie was fun. It was dull at times. It was very long. And so I checked out the 2016 version of Pete's Dragon, and I loved it. I loved the relationship, the visuals, all of it was really great. So I'm here today to do a little versus movie. Talk about the 1977 version and the 2016 version. I did this for Annie a while back when Annie, the one with Jamie Foxx, was released, and they got a good response for it. I've wanted to do it. I've wanted to do a series like this ever since, so maybe this is the start of a new one. The first thing I'm going to discuss is the relationship between both Pete and Elliot. In the 1977 version, the relationship is a little more whimsical, it's a little more upbeat. Pete interacts with Elliot a little more in the 1977 version. He shows a little more affection towards that character. You can tell that they've been friends for a while, and they both want to protect each other. Whereas in the 2016 version, it feels a lot more natural. We didn't need to get a lot of Pete singing to Elliot to tell us that they were the best of friends. That's why I think that the relationship between Pete and Elliot in the 2016 version is a little better, because there's less singing, actually there's no singing at all, and they just interact a lot better. Like I said in the 77 version, they talk a little more with each other, but here the way they interact with each other makes it feel like they are the best of friends. Both the 77 and the 2016 version focus on a storyline of the boy and his dragon and how the townspeople, some of them want to exploit the dragon, some want to help Pete. In the 77 version we get Nora and the old man who live in the lighthouse, and the new one we get Bryce Dallas Howard and her husband who want to help the young boy. In the 77 version, my issue mainly with that film is some of the side characters don't add much to the storyline or delve away from the relationship and quite are annoying. The family of Pete's in the beginning started off very sour in my opinion. I did not appreciate the beginning of the 77 version of Pete's Dragon. I did not like that they talk so much about killing this boy, eating him for dinner. My mind was blown that Disney actually went this route in 77 for this movie. I would not let a young kid watch this movie because of what they say. And then you had the doctor who was a little crazy, and he just tried to steal everybody's money. You could tell that the storyline was going elsewhere while Pete and Elliot and the lighthouse people were off doing whatever. And in the 2016 version, we get some people that are trying to exploit the dragon, like Karl Urban, and some of the townspeople going absolutely nuts that there is a dragon, and like, this is my dragon, I'm going to have people come into my town, and I'm going to make so much money. Helps the storyline a little, and is less annoying than the doctor and the family in the beginning of the 1977 version. So I like the storyline in the new one. It has a better structure, the pacing is a lot better. It's not back and forth with the doctor and the family, it all has a nice pace and all just flows nicely. Now we're coming down to Elliot, the dragon. In 77, he was straight cartoon. And I know they didn't have much to work with in 77, but I just didn't believe that this kind of dragon, this fat, chubby, but yet very adorable dragon could exist in this world. Now in the 2016 with this new technology, you actually believe that this dragon would exist somewhere in this world. I just think that a colorful, bright, fun dragon could not exist somewhere in that world. And I know that the film was fun, had music, so it has to be charming. But at times I was just thinking, where would this dragon live? Where? In the new 2016 version, there is a lot more emotions to this film. I almost teared up a few times that this boy might lose his dragon and the dragon might actually be killed. Not once in the 77 version did I feel that something drastic was going to happen, because it was all upbeat, the tone was happy, and nothing drastic could happen. So I like that there was a little more emotion in the new version to the character, because it adds a lot to the relationship and the storyline as a whole. Yet both child actors were great. I thought the one in 77 wasn't the best singer. He did a pretty good job at acting. So when it comes down to it, if I wanted to watch the 77 version or the 2016 version, I would definitely watch the 2016 version. So guys, if you get a chance to check out the new Pete's Dragon, definitely do. I love the film. I think it is much better than the original. So this is Just Watch Movies. You guys like this little versus movie of the 77 version of Pete's Dragon and the new 2016 version of Pete's Dragon? Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Just Watch Movies here on YouTube. So this is Just Watch Movies, and you stay classy, YouTube.